Welcome to today's live stream. Today we're going to be going through how to break into cybersecurity, particularly for military veterans. Yeah, this is a topic I've been talking about a lot recently. It's near and dear to my heart. This is why I founded Cyberkraft, to help military veterans, help people break into the cybersecurity career field. And I think veterans are the ideal candidates to get into cybersecurity. I really do. That's why I'm here to talk to you about it. As we go through the live stream today, we're going to be going through several different topics. Don't hesitate to ask questions. I'm here to answer any questions you have, so please leave a chat in the live stream. Or leave a comment. Happy to talk with you and address your questions as we go through. So today we're going to be talking about why veterans are ideal candidates, why they dominate in cybersecurity, in the cybersecurity career field, the different roles you can get in cybersecurity, and where the industry is going. What makes cybersecurity so good? What makes these jobs in such high demand, and where we can expect to see those jobs in the next 5-10 years. We're also going to talk about the certifications that you need, the certifications every veteran would need to get hired in the career field. Then we're going to talk about how you can use different funding sources to pay for your training, or if you're not a veteran, this is still a very useful presentation for you. So if you do have questions, again, leave a chat. Happy to talk with you, and let's drive on here. So why are veterans dominant in cybersecurity? Well, it's an interesting statistic. About 15% of the cybersecurity industry is made up of military veterans. And that is one of the highest percentage of veteran employment in any career field. There are a lot of veterans that get into cyber, and a lot of the terminology in cybersecurity is influenced by military terminology. You have terminologies like the MITRE ATT&CK framework, or the Lockheed Martin cyber kill chain. These are military terms that have been used in cybersecurity. So it's a great way to, if you have that military experience, you really can relate to a lot of cybersecurity professionals because you understand that lingo. And a lot of the lingo, a lot of the acronyms are very similar. Also, the discipline that comes with being a service member is very highly valued by hiring managers in the cybersecurity career field. Oftentimes in cybersecurity, you have an adversarial mindset. You are protecting assets against adversaries, against hackers. And in doing that, you need to have an understanding of what that feels like and how to go about protecting something. Following procedures, following policies, and thinking about what the enemy can do, predicting their movements. That's kind of what you're doing in cybersecurity. You are protecting, oftentimes either live or through developing policies and strategies, you're protecting assets from adversaries, from hackers who are trying to steal your data. So you have active threats that are coming in that you must respond to. That really is the same concepts that you would use to defend an outpost or defend a building or a base. You can use and translate that into cybersecurity. Also, if you have experience in physical security in any sense, so if you were in infantry or any of the combat arms branches, if you had to secure a facility or an outpost, if you had to secure equipment, if you were signed for equipment, oftentimes you may be signed for thousands or millions of dollars in equipment as a leader in the military. That's experience that most civilians never get. They never get that level of responsibility. And that's highly valued by hiring managers in the civilian sector. Also, chain of command, understanding chain of command, how to escalate things to up a chain of command, that's very valuable if you're going to be a cybersecurity analyst, and the vast majority of cyber positions are those analyst positions. So really helpful skill set there. Now let's talk about the industry itself. There are some studies that show that there's a global shortage right now of a little under 5 million cybersecurity professionals. There was a study done this year by ISC2. They sponsor the CISSP. So it's not a future problem. It's happening right now. And in the future, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, they project that cybersecurity jobs will grow by 32% between now and 2032. That is absolutely true, I think. And you can see that just by doing a job search yourself. If we take a look here in for cybersecurity jobs, let's see how many jobs we find. There's 15,000 jobs open today for cybersecurity. And if we expand that to include IT support, IT support being an adjacent field to cybersecurity, we see another 13,000 jobs available. So there are the jobs available right now. And these numbers changed. A couple days ago, this was at 18,000. I check this a couple times a week. And the number always is different, but there are thousands and thousands of jobs out there right now. And the salaries for these jobs are very good. You can get a very high paying salary. And we're going to talk about exactly how to do that. What are the types of jobs that are out there and how do you get them? Well, first off, your entry-level positions, those are going to pay between 65, 85K. So that's a great way to get in. And then as you go in 5 years, about 5 years in the field, you're going to probably be making about $125,000 per year. And your advanced roles are going to pay 150 to 165 to well over 200,000. Once you get 10, 15 years of experience in the field, you can be making $400,000, $500,000 in cybersecurity. I see some questions. You're in the Guard. I'm in the Guard. I found out about my Army Ignited Credentialing Assistance. Right now, we're on a government shutdown, so I can't use CA, but want to know if you're a vendor on Army Ignited. Cyberkraft, we are approved on Army CA, and we can set you up even though we have a government shutdown. We can absolutely set you up to use your CA benefits. So what we do is we get you ready. We get you the training, and then you have to do a training first, and we get you all set. So once the government shutdown is over, we have your submission ready. So we can absolutely do that. We're going to be doing a Zoom call after this webinar. Please join in the Zoom call, and we'll walk you through how to do that. I can walk you through every step. So happy to do that. Absolutely. We have all of our certifications on there, CompTIA, EC Council, ISACA, whatever you want, we can do that for you. Absolutely. Thank you very much for your service. All right, wonderful. So with these roles, and if we take a look, I'll show you these roles here real quick. Don't take my word for it. I invite you all to look at these roles. So if we take a look at cybersecurity analyst, this is a typical entry-level position. NOC monitoring access analyst, 90 to 100,000. Security analyst, right there. Cyber security compliance analyst. These are the types of roles you would get as an entry-level position. So if we take a look at these, IT security analyst, do you have a driver's license? Do you have a GED? 60 to 75,000. A lot of these will ask for a bachelor's degree, but you don't necessarily need a bachelor's degree to get started. That's all these positions may ask for a bachelor's degree in some set. You can offset that by having more cybersecurity certifications. So oftentimes the certifications are listed specifically in the job role. And you'll find that that's really the main driver with these. So this one right here is the SOC role. Let's just take a look. And I definitely invite you to take a look at these as well. Let's see. And then right here, this one has 4 levels. So the first level only requires work experience or high school diploma. It doesn't require a bachelor's degree for the first role. And this one's asking for Security Plus or C-Risk, ISACA C-Risk. I would definitely recommend Security Plus. There is that certified cybersecurity. That's really, it doesn't hold as much weight as the CompTIA Security Plus, in my opinion. It's not nearly as good. The ISACA C-Risk is definitely a great certification. That's a useful certification for governance, risk, and compliance roles, but I'll explain that in a bit. So what do you need to get into the field? Now, I know that this is possible, and I'm not going to just tell you that it's possible without having proof. I did this route to get into cybersecurity. When I got out of the military, none of my skills related to a civilian job. So I looked for the top paying positions, the fastest growing positions, and I found cybersecurity was the fastest growing position. So I went and I got my certifications. I got my Security Plus, then I got my CISSP, and I got hired right away. I got hired within 2 weeks to get my CISSP after getting Security Plus and CISSP, and I worked as a cybersecurity analyst for the Veterans Affairs Department. If you have the unfortunate experience of having to work with the VA, they're just as messed up on the cyber side as they are everywhere else. They need a lot of help. I was happy to work there. I did a lot of great things there. I worked as a federal contractor for over a decade with Veterans Affairs, with DHS, with some other organizations as well. Had a great time. And then I founded Cyberkraft in 2019 to help other veterans, help soldiers get into the field with these certifications. So we've built several programs at Cyberkraft to help you transition to, regardless of your skill level. If you have no skills, no experience, or if you're already working, or if you have an MOS like in Signal or in radios, to transition is from there. So the first pathway we have is called our Cyber Warrior pathway. This is perfect for someone who has no experience in IT or cybersecurity. So we start off by getting your CompTIA A+. Then we go into your Security Plus. The A+ is a foundational IT certification. It's going to teach you the skills you need to work in any IT job. And with just the A+, you can get a paying role in IT support. Then we get you the Security Plus, is the world's most popular cybersecurity certification. It's required for a lot of cybersecurity roles. It's required for any cyber role within the DoD. So if you want to work as a civilian in the DoD, or you want to work in the federal government after your military service, the Security Plus is what you want to get. Then we get you the CISA Plus, the Cybersecurity Analyst Plus. This is the ideal certification for analyst roles, cybersecurity analyst roles, which again, the vast majority of cybersecurity roles are analyst positions. So perfect certification pathway. And this one is going to provide you with, after you get all three, and you have about 5 years experience, $112,000. Entry level roles are going to be $65,000 to $95,000 per year. So, and let me just show you what that means. If we take a look, if I look for CompTIA A+ here, say we just get you the A+. The goal of these programs is to get you hired. So if we just get you the A+, we can still get you help desk specialist, IT analyst, electronics technicians, not quite IT, technical support specialist. So these are going to be asking for most likely the CompTIA A+ right there. Certifications A+ or similar to A+. It's asking for A+. This is asking for experience in IT. All this you're going to get experience in the A+ program. This is electronics technician. This is just asking for a GED. Not quite. This one's asking for CompTIA A+ certification or equivalent. Yeah, so that's actually a pretty good one. Electrician, perform operations maintenance on F5 flight simulator. So, if you like working with aircraft or like avionics, that's a good one. Technical support specialist, $57,000 per year. And going back to that one only required a GED or a high school diploma. So you don't necessarily need a bachelor's degree to start. This one's that NOC analyst. This is a little more advanced. Help desk specialist, $50,000 to $70,000 a year. Let's see. Sometimes they bury this. You're going to have experience with Microsoft Office 365 in the course. Here we go. Certifications A+, Security Plus. It's also asking for 365 fundamentals. You could pick that one up very easily after you complete your A+, Security Plus. You get a lot of experience with the hands-on tools in our program. But yeah, that's Cyber Warrior. This is perfect if you have no experience and you want to come in, you want to change your career, you want to exit the military with a solid pathway to get a job. And when you sign up for one of our programs, we include the job placement. We're going to write your resume, we're going to target positions, and we're going to apply for those positions for you. If you are interested in doing the hacking, the offensive security, this is where I would recommend Pen Test Ops. Pen Test Ops is if somebody wants to become an ethical hacker. On the ethical hacker, you're on the red team. So the blue team, which is defense, the red team, which is offense. And with the red team, you're going to be hacking into systems. You'll be working your way with using the real hacking techniques that hackers use to compromise those systems. And then you're going to be making your report. You're going to tell people, hey, this is how I messed up your system. This is how I infiltrated your defenses. So you're basically performing an attack on the system and then explaining how exactly you did that. So to do this, we would recommend getting the CompTIA Pentest Plus, fantastic certification that teaches you with hands-on skills how to use all these different penetration testing tools. Then we get you the EC Council CEH, and the CEH really is a great certification to get to increase your earnings potential. A lot of high-paying jobs will ask for CEH, and it has a lot of marketing around it. EC Council has done a great job of truly marketing this certification to make it very in demand. That's why you see it in a lot of job roles. I bet if we search here, we're going to see, I'd say about 900 jobs that ask directly for CEH. Let's take a look. 900 plus jobs. 900 plus jobs that are asking for CEH. Cybersecurity manager, IT analyst, manager IT security. These are asking for CEH here. SOC analyst 1. And you'll find the penetration testing roles. Penetration testing roles will also often ask for these certifications as well. 700 jobs there. That was the same job I think we just saw. So these are the offensive roles that you would need. And it's a great career field to get into. There's not nearly as many jobs on the offensive side as there are on the defense, but it is a really fun career if you like doing that stuff. And the CompTIA Security X is how we cap this out. This one teaches you advanced level understanding of all the different cybersecurity and IT tools. So pen testers do make a lot of money. You make at least $119,000 per year as a pen tester. And it's a great career route if you enjoy being very technical and if you want to be like right in the heart of the action, learning what the hackers do. Now, Cloud Sentinel, this is a great program if you want to get into cloud security. Cloud security is booming right now. A ton of cloud security roles. And we teach you from the grounds up. We start you with the CompTIA Security Plus. Then we move into Comptia Cloud Plus. Cloud Plus teaches you both Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure. It's a fantastic certification instead of trying to pursue individual certs in each Azure and AWS, because you would need both if you're working in cloud. It teaches you both of those with the Cloud Plus. So it's a fantastic certification, and AWS and Azure combined comprise 90% of the market share of all cloud services. That's why you want to know those two. And then we top it off with CCSP. This is the most respected cloud security certifications offered by ISC2. Excellent certification if you want to target those senior level cloud roles. And that's why you can command $150,000 or more with your cloud security certifications. CCSP is great. I have it. I've had it for a long time. It really does help. When I got it, it really bumped up my salary expectations and helped me advance in the industry. Okay, let's see. I like those salaries, but I'm answering some questions now. I like those salaries, but is cybersecurity an AI-proof career? It's a great question, Sebastian. Now, the great thing about cybersecurity is has already incorporated AI for decades. You have what are known as heuristic-based detection systems or anomaly-based detection systems. Those will use AI to map out a network, map out a system, and then determine if there's any anomalies or changes to that system. So you need to have an analyst interpreting the results that the AI spits out and the alerts that the AI is coming up with. So cybersecurity has already incorporated AI. With more and more AI use, companies are introducing themselves to additional attacks, privacy concerns that their data is being used by these AI tools. So cybersecurity is actually booming now more than ever with AI. Another question. I'm a college freshman. I was thinking about getting my Security Plus first, CISA Plus my sophomore year, Security X my junior year, and CISSP my senior year. For that be a good plan. You know, that's a great plan. Yeah, I think that's a great progression. Security Plus, CISA Plus, Security X, CISSP. Just note, you know, Security X is going to be really, it's very challenging, but that's the appropriate route. Security Plus, CISA Plus, Security X. You might want to get like Pentest Plus 2 or Cloud Plus, because Security X pulls from Cloud Plus, CISA Plus, and Pentest Plus. But that's a really good one. CISSP for your senior year, that's going to help you. And you understand, and that's perfect, that even with that degree, you need to have those certifications to to have it. That's what the hiring managers want to see. So that's a really good idea. And if you want to, sign up with us with Cyberkraft, we have fantastic programs for all of those certifications to get you certified very quickly. We can get you certified, during your break, your college break, like you're in the summer or the winter. Happy to help you out with that. And you get a discount for being a YouTube subscriber. I was thinking about doing AWS and Azure during freshman year. Oh, yeah. With the AWS certs, you have to recertify every 3 years. I would just go ahead and get the Cloud Plus. Because if you have the Cloud Plus, you can put on your resume that you have the AWS and you have the Azure experience. And then you can maintain the Cloud Plus your entire career. You just have to renew it you don't have to take the test ever again. But with AWS, you have to retake that test over and over again. It's just a way for Amazon to get more money from you. They already get enough money with Prime. You don't need to pay them any extra money there. All right. Well, having a security clearance get a high-paying job? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great question. So let me show you. There's a special job board for cleared professionals, and that's clearancejobs.com. Now, if you're a veteran, you have a security clearance, this is going to be a fantastic resource for you. Definitely invite you to look at this, clearancejobs.com. I'll post it in the chat. This is going to allow you to search for any job that requires security clearance. Now you can see there's some fantastic jobs here. Here's with Northrop Grumman. That's a great company. Fusion 2, we have a cybersecurity engineer. B Corps, cybersecurity analyst. BTAS. Prism, they're pretty good. Steampunk, some of these I'm not familiar with. Booz Allen Hamilton, fantastic company. I highly recommend them. Worked with Booz Allen in the past. And you can see this job right here with the TSSCI is paying $80,000 to $180,000 per year, Northrop Grumman. And that's a great, great company. Cybersecurity engineer paying $115,000 to $150,000 with top secret. This one also requires top secret. Doesn't tell us the salary. Stingy people. Here's a secret job that requires $80,000 to $90,000. That's fantastic. Working in Colorado Springs, beautiful place. I used to live there. Cybersecurity engineer job. This one's asking for Security Plus, CISA Plus. These are the first two they list. So those are ones that they require. $69,000 to $158,000 for a secret clearance, cybersecurity engineer. So perfect. And this is asking for an IA2 level certification. IA2 level certification, let me explain what that means. There's IAT, Information Assurance Technical, and Information Assurance Management level positions. And that's a designation by the DoD to basically classify with framework 8140, DoD 8140, to classify different certifications. So they classify them as different levels, either Information Assurance Technical or Information Assurance Management, IAM. So if this is asked for IAT Level 2, that means that you can accomplish that with your CISA Plus or your Security Plus. So those certifications will qualify you for those roles. And it's just a check the box. The military, they like to check the box. And a lot of federal agencies will look at this regulation and use that as a guideline. If you get something like a CISSP, that qualifies you for IAT Level 3 and also IAM Level 3. And if you're qualified for Level 3, that automatically means you're qualified for Level 2 and 1. Level 3 is the highest level. Level 1 would be the lowest. We also have things like CSSP Infrastructure and Support, where like a CISA Plus is highly valued. You could be CSSP Incident Responder, qualified by CISA Plus. Same with Infrastructure Support and Analyst. And this is where you find a lot of the analyst roles. Then you have CSSP Manager, which would oversee these roles, where the CISM would be a fantastic pick, the ISACA CISM. So great way to target those roles. Yeah, great question. Sorry, I got a little bit on a tangent there. But yeah, we have our Cloud Sentinel program. And this is another program we have. This is what I would recommend for anybody who has some experience in the military, in IT, or radios, or if you worked in a operations center, you worked with the S3 shop, you worked in intelligence. This is a great career track for you. This is digital warfare leadership. We start you with the Security Plus. If you have your Security Plus, we can substitute that for something like CISA Plus or Cloud Plus. Then we get you your CISSP, and this is the gold standard certification in the cybersecurity field. Most positions will ask for a CISSP. If we take a look at cybersecurity roles, about half of those are going to ask for the CISSP particularly. And then when you get you your ISACA CISM, Certified Information Security Manager, this is where you can leverage your leadership positions, your leadership experience from the military into a high-paying cybersecurity role. The CISM prepares you for those CISO roles, those director roles. If we take a look for CISM, for example, first off, let me just take a look at cybersecurity. I'll show you the power of these certifications. Cybersecurity, 15,000 jobs. And then we take a look at CISSP. Half of those jobs require the CISSP. That's how many jobs will require the CISSP. And you can see the salaries asking for CISSP, because the hiring managers know the power of this certification. Then we look at the CISM. CISM is for those senior level roles. Here's an analyst role starting at 140,000 to 172, 98 to 130, 100 to 150, 140 to 175, 100 to 125, 120 to 145, 135 to 175. This is where the certification is really going to help you. So I definitely recommend this as a fantastic cert to get into. And that's our digital warfare leadership program. Average salary with this, $175,000. So perfect role if you have some leadership experience. You're an NCO, you're an officer, warrant officer. Great position for you. Now, if you are a veteran, you can get funding through the VA. The VA, we're approved on the VA. We're approved with Army Credentialing Assistance, Air Force School, MyCAA. There's lots of funding programs available if you're looking to get reimbursed for your training or have the Army or the DoD training, pay for your training up front. So you can get 100% reimbursed for all of the programs that we have here. And we couple the certifications with the training. So you're going to get the certification when you sign up for our program. We give you a first-time pass guarantee. We give you your exam voucher. So we pay for your test. And then if you don't pass in your first try, we're going to pay for a retake voucher too. That's my way of ensuring my instructors provide quality instruction and that you get a great experience going through the class. If you don't like the class for any reason, we're happy to reschedule you with another instructor. But really, we don't get very many complaints. We have a 94% pass rate overall, and we have that first-time pass guarantee to make sure that everybody gets taken care of. I think if you sign up for a training, for a certification, you should get that certification at the end of the class, and that's what we do here. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the training, I'm going to be holding a Zoom session after this. I invite you to stop by. I'll be able to talk with you a little bit more in detail without the YouTube setting. Explain to you how we do our career service and our support, where we have our job placement for all of our programs. So what we do is we write your resume for you. We're going to apply for jobs on your behalf. We're going to send your resume to our recruiter network to help you. These are recruiters who work specifically with veterans, or we have recruiters working different regions of the country to help you find a position. And we're going to show you exactly how we do this. So 5 years down the road, after you go through the program with us, you get hired. 5 years down the road, you want to get a higher salary. We're going to show you exactly how we did this so you can replicate those steps and get even a higher position. We also have a network of alumni with all our veteran alumni, all our students from all of our different certification programs. Great way to find positions and network with people, professionals who are already working in the field. Now, what's the time commitment for you if you go through one of our programs? So it's a 90-day program. It's 12 weeks long. Each month, you're going to be earning a certification. So regardless of what program you do, say you do Cyber Warrior, first month, you're going to earn A+. Second month, you're going to earn Security+. Third month, you're going to earn CISA+. And in between there, you're going to be working with our senior instructor, Dr. Lewis Beeler. You can also schedule sessions with myself or Colonel Gardner. We have a senior instructor that's going to be paired with you to be your one-on-one support, give you one-on-one tutoring in between your classes to make sure you're ready, you're prepared for your test, and you can pass that exam on the first try. So we schedule your test with you. If you can commit, to a daytime class, evening class, if you can commit to this time frame, even if you're working full-time, we have evening classes, weekend classes available, so you don't have to stop your job. You can do it while you're working. In 90 days, you're going to be into a new career with your certifications. That's why we get you 3 certifications and we do the job placement. With 3 certifications, I'm confident we can get you in a new career. That's why we do the program. Now, if you do have questions, I'm going to be holding this Zoom call. I'm going to post the link in the chat here. So if you'd like to join, if you have questions, you have some more questions, if you're interested in signing up or interested in learning more about how to get the reimbursement, we're going to walk you through how to do that on the Zoom call. It's completely free to join. I'll be doing that right now. If not, if you had a great time watching the webinar, I do appreciate you watching. It's been great having you here, but I'll be opening up that Zoom. Just click that link in the YouTube for the Zoom meeting ID. It's free to join. Happy to help you. And again, thank you very much for watching. For those of you who watched the webinar who aren't planning to join the Zoom, but I do invite you to join that Zoom just to learn a little bit more. It's great having you in the webinar. Really appreciate all the interaction.